Who?
It's too late. You can't save. You'll try. It'll consume you.
What is up, Babylonians? Dan was here, and here we have the video you have been waiting for. Everything you need to know and everything we know about Outriders Worldslayer. So let's take a look at everything that will be changing in the upcoming Worldslayer update, coming out on all platforms June 30th. So first of all, how can you get your hands on Outriders Worldslayer? Well, if you already own the base game of Outriders, then you can buy Worldslayer as additional content. If you don't own Outriders as of yet, then you can buy Outriders as a bundle along with Worldslayer. And if you currently have Outriders playing through on the Xbox Game Pass, then you will still need to purchase Worldslayer. It will not currently be free on Game Pass, but you will be able to buy the additional content at a discounted rate through Game Pass. Now, there will be lots of new things to come. That is a new campaign with new locations, new enemies, new weapons, new armors, and there will be a new endgame. So the campaign will be adding around 4 to 10 hours worth of gameplay, dependent on your skill level, how much you've played before, and your build, but also what difficulty you play on, so whether you play on the lowest tier or the highest tier as you build or as you work your way through them. It's believed that there will be over 200 plus hours of endgame content if you are willing to do the grind to get the best character possible, and this will also include some story elements within it, within the cutscenes as well. Now, everybody loves a good legendary item, so let's get back into talking about the legendaries. So there will be around about 100 new legendaries for you to collect, which will compose of around about 70 new armor pieces and 20 or so weapons. There was some conflicting information given during the interviews we had with the developers, but this is what we do know. So this will be 2 new sets of armor per class, which is 5 pieces of armor per set, which makes 10 times 4 is 40. And then we have 4 universal sets, which is 4 times 5, which is 20. And then there may also be some additional items, like the odd helmets that we have in the base game as well, which will add on top of that. And then we have around about 20 new weapons as well, which brings us into a ballpark figure of close to 100. We do know it's not exactly 100. We have been told that it is less than 100, but it is close to that 100 number. So there is a lot of legendary loot to be grinding for. And with new legendary gear comes new mods. So no word currently on the number of new mods, but we hope it will be a biggie. I mean, like I say, we have around about 100 new legendaries, so I assume it's going to be somewhere in that ballpark, but we don't have confirmation on that just yet. But they have said that some of the new mods will come as a surprise, and it'll be something we have not yet seen before in Outriders. Now, whether you are a new or a seasoned veteran of Outriders, you will be able to play Worldslayer content from day one with a free level 30 character boost. So you can either go in fresh, new character, start again at level 30 with some base weapons, or you can go in with your current character, your already pre-built level 30 with maximum gear, or you can start afresh depending how you want to play that game, and it will get obviously increasing more difficult as you go up the tiers, so you will find it still a challenge whether you go in from fresh or not. Now let's talk about the new skill trees that will be available for you to go into. So whilst we won't have additional points to go into the current skill tree, there will be 2 new trees that you can go into. The first one we'll talk about is called the Pax Tree. So this will have a total of 5 points for you to spend across 2 branches, opening up much larger possibilities for every class, so you can improve in certain ways. So we'll go through those in a separate video, exactly what those mean for each class. This will be so that you can just go to your specific class that you want to, so your Pyro, Dev, Techno or Trickster, and have a look at that tree, rather than having to go through each one in this video. With these trees though, you will get, like I say, 5 points to spend in them, and that will be 3 points that you'll receive during the new campaign, and 2 will be, as far as we know, you'll be able to get those from the end game. The second tree is called the Ascension Tree. So this will be leveled up over a longer period of time. So as you level up your character during the campaign and the end game, you will gain 200 points that you can assign to this tree, which will provide a gradual increase to your character's stats. Now, there will need to be choices made of this, so these 200 points are not going to be something that's going to fill up the entire tree. You're not going to be able to get a point, maximum points in every single area, so you will need to have a think about what you will want to pop those points in to actually get those improvements. So these will be looking at, I believe, things like reload speed, anomaly power, etc. as well, but we're going to go through those further as well. Say goodbye to world tiers. These are now a thing of the past and are going to be replaced with the new and improved Apocalypse tiers. So starting from tier 1 and ending at tier 40. Tiers 1 through to 15 will be available to all Outriders players, and tiers 16 through to 40 will be for those who have purchased the World Slayer expansion. These new Apocalypse tiers will increase the difficulty of the game through the means of modifiers to the enemies and to the player's character through the campaign and the end game. More details on that when we do get them from the developers, so when we learn what the actual modifiers are, we'll let you know as well. So we've seen Apocalypse tiers, now say hello to Apocalyptic gear. Your weapons and armor have just gotten an upgrade. Now, with 3 mod slots available, your gear will become even more powerful and will give you yet another reason to continue the grind. The 3rd slot will not be modifiable, so make sure to check that loot every time you see it, so it's giving you that perfect roll. This will be for new and old items, but you won't be able to add that 3rd slot to existing gear. Got that perfect death shield? Not anymore, you haven't. Some of your older gear will be getting a little bit of a revamp too as well. Although we don't have the full details on this just yet, we do know some examples. So the Torturous set is going to get a revamp to increase your AoE damage, and we have also heard that the Reforged set is going to get a slight rework as well. So keep an eye out on your current gear and have a look and see what does change when World Slayer is dropped. Now for some bad news. We will not be getting an increase to our stash at this time, so you will have to choose between your old legendaries and any new ones that you may find. And also that minigun bug that you all know and love that we posted, they have said that they have actually fixed this, so you will no longer be able to add mods onto this amazing and fun skill, which is very unfortunate, but we can see why they are doing it. It was not intended fully, it wasn't they wanted to actually have in the game, but the interactions causes more bugs than the fun is worth. And that is it for an overview of what we know about World Slayer. If you want to learn more, then come and have a chat to us in our live streams. We are more than happy to answer any questions that you do have, and have a look at some of our other videos where we're going to go into more detail about all of the new things that come, so all the new weapons, all the new armors, all of the new sort of, well, the new gear. So you've got the apocalyptic gear. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about each and every tree that is available to you, so Pax and the Ascension tree. But yeah, stick around. You're not going to want to miss out on all these details.